Yo, so I'm gonna be giving you guys some information on Anime Adventures, when I think the game's releasing, and some sneaks on the game, and some information about them. So, you guys have probably seen most of the sneaks. I just want to give a more detailed explanation. Okay, I just want to give a more detailed explanation on the sneaks for you guys. And one more thing, if you guys could subscribe, that'd really mean a lot to me. I'm really trying to get content creator in Anime Adventures and Anime Vanguards and all that. So if you guys could just hit the subscribe button, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you guys don't like my content, you don't have to, but I'd really appreciate it. So, alright, so here we have most of the recent relevant units. I decided not to add some of them because I feel like they weren't as relevant, but let's just get into it. Alright, first, Aizen. I'm pretty sure he's he's a hybrid full AoE, like somewhere around 14,000 DPS. I don't think he's like that good anymore. I might just put him good hybrid. He's still a pretty good unit. You have unique on a good job. Just he's following out of the meta. Beto, I'm actually not sure. I think she's a hybrid. I forgot if she was fully weak. I think she was a really good DPS though, so I'm gonna put her meta hybrid. Ainz, really good. Like honestly, one of the best units in the game. Right behind someone else. I'll talk about him later. Don't want to spoil it. But he's only really good with unique, so if you can't get that unique trait on him, well, then she's not really that good. But if you have unique on him, his best trait is only really good trait because he's one placement. Good for you, and like one of the best units in the game right there. Archer, I honestly forgot what he was. I think he was a hybrid. He was like an alright DPS. I'm pretty sure. I'll put him in the bottom of meta hybrid. I was really sure about him. Asuna, she's really bad. Unviable, honestly. I don't know. She's not meta anymore. Pretty old unit. We got Abdal. He's an alright DPS. He's a ground. I'm gonna have to put him in the good ground. And this guy Conrad, he's from the Black Clover movie. I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen him in game. He's pretty good. He was a battle pass unit. Can't get him anymore. Unobtainable. He's a hybrid, so yeah, he was really good for starters. I put it there. Here I have Daki. She's also unobtainable from the Demon Slayer update. Actually, she's not that good with DPS. She's alright. I'd probably put her in. Honestly, don't know. Probably in meta support because she's a bleed. There is other bleed characters though, so I honestly don't know. Actually, no, I'll just keep her there. She's alright. This guy, I'm pretty sure he was. I don't remember. I think he was a hybrid. I'll have to put him all the way in the back of a good hybrid. He's alright. Deku, unviable. He's not good anymore. He's really bad. I'm gonna be honest. So I just don't recommend getting him. Well, if you have unique on him, I guess he's alright, but there's just better units in the game. Emilia, she's meta support, top of meta support. She's one of the best units in the game. Before Jiraiya, I don't know if it's on this list, he's right here, yeah. Before Jiraiya came out, she was like the best unit you could possibly have. And Endeavor, he's a good round. He's just like Abdo. He does the same thing basically. He's just different unit. Evil Eye, she's unusable, unviable. Only reason you would get her is for the Ainz quest, if you wanted to get her for that. But besides that, that's like the only thing. Doflamingo. He's a good DPS, really good DPS actually. He's a ground unit, circle AoE, decent range. Yeah, he's just a unit. He's a good DPS though. Fujitora. See, I don't know. They added a lot more heal units, so he's still a good DPS. I'll put him in like meta heal. He's really good. Use him a lot. Gilgamesh, meta hybrid. Above these two, I'd say. He's really good, great damage, really big circle AoE, but he has high SPA, but that's really his only bad thing. But he's also unobtainable. He was a secret portal 8. Yeah, that's what it was. Gojo. I honestly don't know where to put him. He could be a good DPS if you get all his highs, but like that's a whole other grind on itself, on its own. He's not unviable. I'd put him in support. I wouldn't say meta, but I'll just put him there. Golden Frieza. Good heal. He was a heal. Nothing much to say about him. Just decent damage for a unit. He's alright. Reed Bond. Block 7 Deadly Sins. Unviable. He's not good anymore. He's not great. You can use him. There's way better units. Alright. Rippin, meta hybrid. Would I put him above Ainz? I mean, I'd probably put him above Ainz. Well, if it lets me. Above Ainz, he's really good. I don't think he does more DPS. Well, depends on how much you spend on him. So, if you guys don't know what he did, essentially, you would place on your units, put them in Griffin's range, and if they were damage units, the more money you spent on them, on the units, the more percentage you would get, and basically the more percentage you would get when you sacrificed, that would mean more damage. And he's just really good for infinite, crazy damage. Like, yeah, not much to say. Use Griffin again. This is another version of Griffin. He's going to meta support. This version, if you've got buff units instead of damage units and you sacrifice them, you become a buffer of 100% damage to all units on the map. They don't have to be in range. Just like Idol, Oshinoko. They don't have to be in range. He just buffs them 100% no matter what their element is. They can be true, magic, or physical. He would buff all of them, so he's definitely meta support. Guts, meta hybrid. He doesn't do more damage than Ainz. If you have unique on both, Ainz is going to be doing more damage, but you pair him with a bleed buffer, he's gonna be really good. And overall, he's just better. If you have even if you have like Godspeed or Golden or something, I have Golden. Really sad, but he's viable with it. He's really good with it. But on my Ainz, he's not really viable with any other trait besides me. Gyotaro. He was a good ground, I'd I'd put him right here. Maybe not behind below Avdol. If you paired him with Daki, he actually crits, like this, so I think it was crit. He crits whenever he's attacking a bleed unit, which is really useful. He does a lot of damage with that. Here is, what was her name? Maribel from Bleach. She's going meta health. She's just a better version of Fujitora, except that she's magic. She's really great damage, and for a hill that is, she's really good. So I recommend getting her. Trade for her because she's not obtainable anymore. She was from the summer map a year ago. So yeah, if you can get her, great job. But she's not obtainable. Heathcliff, good ground above Yoro. Actually, above Avdol. I put him above all his characters, honestly. He was a really good DPS from the what was he from? Sword Art Online. Yeah, he was from Sword Art Online. The same update with Asuna, except he's just like way better. He's limited too. You can't get him anymore. Honestly, he's not that great. He's just a unit that does damage. If you get a good trade on him, great. But he's alright. Homura, she actually did good damage. She had mid damage, but what people mainly use her for was her support. She did a time stop, and if you had like she's replacement, you could like loop the time stop, so basically almost infinite time stop. But you can't have infinite since it's like it's a cooldown on the ability on the units. So she's really good. I really recommend getting her. She's kind of expensive in trading though, unobtainable. I don't. She's from the Fate update. I forgot her name. I think she was ground. She had an alright DPS. I put her above all these guys. I'm not sure if she's ground or not. I don't know. We have Issei from High School TXT, I believe. He's unviable. He's just a unit with cosmetic. He's not good. Itachi. He's really good. I actually don't remember if he was hybrid or not. Let me just. Pretty sure he was I think it was ground. I would put him in meta. But I'd put him above all these guys here. Honestly, actually below her because she does a lot of damage. Ilya, whatever her name was. She just has really low range. Like it's really bad, honestly. Josuke, he wasn't a great DPS. He was just a good support. He's stunned. I believe he was stunned. Yeah. I'm probably gonna put him above Daki and Gojo. Okay, let me put Gojo above Daki. Kira, he was meta ground. He's really good. He has his ability. What was it? Killer Queen ability. I forgot what it was called. Oh yeah, Bicep Dust. That's what it was. It rewinded every enemy on the map. I don't think it was a global ability. It just, I don't know if it rewinded them all the way back to spawn. I don't think that's what it was. It rewinded them like 10 seconds back or something. I think that's what it was. Yeah, he was really good meta support and meta ground. Kirito, he's alright. I don't remember if he was hybrid or not too. I think he was ground above Heathcliff, or whatever his name was. I just call him whatever they call him. Kisuke. He was meta support. He buffed SPA, I believe 10% in range, somewhere around those numbers, 10 to 15%. He was really good. He was only used for infinite runs because he's not used for anything else. So I'll put him meta support. Probably put Josuke above him though. Yeah. Kisame, he's a unit. I'll tell you what, he's a unit. He's probably gonna go below out all over here in ground. Koichi, he was an alright DPS. He was a really good slow. I believe he's the only hybrid slow, so I'd probably put him above Emilia because he slows airs. But it's personal preference really, depending on if you want to hit airs or not. He's actually Circle AoE, while Emilia is like a really long, thin line. Well, her line is not thin, but it's like a thinner line. So it's really whoever you prefer more. They both slow, so it doesn't really matter. Lancer, I believe. Honestly, don't remember if he was hybrid or not. That goes for a lot of units, but I know he was a really good DPS. I believe he was ground. I put him above Doflamingo, below Kira. He actually did a crit. He had a built-in crit chance. I think it was 50%. I'm not sure. He just did built-in crit, and that just made his CS go higher, I guess. Law's meta support. He's going above Homura. He basically what he does is he sends all enemies back to spawn in his range. No matter how many enemies there are. Well, actually, I think there might be a cap on it. I'm not sure. Might have to check. But he's still a meta support. He sends all or most maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. Of the enemies back to their spawn. If they're in his range. So recommended trades, I'd probably say Divine and Sniper. And if you really want like to go for like other things that's not leaderboard runs, go for him. Go unique on him. Go for unique. If you want to do a 3D castle, it's really broken for that. She is actually a meta buff. I put her below Griffith because he can buff everything. She buffs magic damage by 100%, and you know, since I'm already near Wenda, she does the same thing. They literally do the exact same thing. I don't know why they need 2 units for that, but you know, she's just probably better. She's just better version of Wenda. But you can bring her instead of her. It doesn't really matter. They do the exact same thing. Buff magic damage by 100%, and that's basically all they do. Luffy, he was a hybrid. I'm putting him in. I don't know if I put him above Aizen or not. This is a good placement for him, right here. Yeah, he just did damage. Circle AoE. Pretty good damage, honestly. He was 4 placement. Not really much to say about him. Just a decent unit. If you had him, you had him. He was a unit. Mami? Oh, sorry. I don't know if she meta. She does good DPS. I mean, she's not bad. She's just. I remember she was a hybrid. I think she probably fell off by now. She probably fell off by now. She's still a good unit. Above everyone here, I'd say. She does more DPS than everyone here, probably. Midday from Fate. I think she was Magic Rose. That's what she was. She was a 5 she did the most DPS out of these, all of these, but I'd probably still say Arabelle. Arabelle was better than her and Fuji, just because of her, like, she's really cheap and not hard to max out, and she does like really good damage for her price. Megumi, I believe, he buffed damage, physical damage was it, by 20%. Like he would hit them and then would apply a debuff on enemies by 20%. I'll put him meta support all the way like down, like really down. I think it was magic. No, I think it was magic. I think he buffed magic. Sukuna did the same thing, but it was the other element. It was either Sukuna either did, I think Sukuna did physical and Megumi buffed magic by 20%. I think that's what it was. Meliodas. I also don't remember if he was hybrid or not. He's a alright unit. Honestly, he was ground. I'm gonna double check on this list and I'm gonna change it back up, but I'm not really sure. Honestly, yeah, I'm not really sure if he's hybrid or not. Merlin, she was also, I think she buffed magic by 20%. She did the same thing as Megumi, I think. She just hit them and applied a debuff to them. Metal Knight, he really fell off. He's an alright heal. 2 placement, not much damage. He's 2 placement. I don't know. He's alright. He's a good starter unit though. I recommend getting him if you can't get any of these on banner. He's a really good starter unit. He also has his strokes. His strokes do pretty good damage. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Narbara? I have no idea. She's from Overlord. I think she was a heal unit. I know she was a heal unit. She's a good heal. I'm putting him above these 3. Actually, no. I think she was a meta. She's pretty meta actually. I'll put her above Fujitora. Can't really like. Yeah, I'll just put her above Fujitora. She was, I don't remember, I think she was 5 placement. She did really good DPS. She was really good. Or he's, you know how Linda, she does the 100% magic buff. He does the 100% physical buff. So he's just buffs physical units by 100%. He's really good. I really recommend getting him. He's like a must-have on every team if you're running like physical characters. He's a must-have. You need him. Oshidoko. She reduced cost and buffed damage by a slight amount. She's good. I'd probably put her. I honestly don't know. Just somewhere. She's alright. You don't need to bring her for everyone. She's not really that useful. She's alright for progressive. She's a buff unit. She's really good. Yeah, not much to say. Poseidon, he's meta hybrid. Above these 2. I might switch this tier list up a bit after because I'm not sure if half these units are hybrid or ground. So Escanor. See, is he meta or is he? I honestly don't know. I wanted to put him at the top of good because he kind of fell off. He's a hybrid. Fleo Lee. He has like a little passive. He gains damage like every wave or something like that. Damage and range. And I'm not sure about SPA, but he's pretty good for infinite runs. He's still good. He's really good. Just he's not a meta anymore. You can still use him. Just there's better units. Gucci, he's a support. Meta support, I'd say above these guys. He buffed SPA by 50%. It wasn't a constant buff like Linda, Irwin, and Leafy, but it was like I'm just giving an example with random numbers. He buffed SPA by 50% for 30 seconds, and then it was like a 90-second cooldown. Let's just say. I'm not sure if those are the exact numbers, but it's something around those lines. Roger, meta ground above all these units. He's really good. He has a little passive that's stun. It's not called stun. It's like unconscious. That's what they call it. They just changed the name. I don't know. It's just stun basically. He uses hockey to stun them. Really good damage. Circle AoE. 40k DPS, I believe. Somewhere around that. He's unobtainable. Really rare though. From the summer capsules, just like Dio over Heaven from the winter event. Rohan, Kishibe, Divas. Honestly, don't know. He's just support. Guess he's just a unit. I don't know. He does actually. He's really interesting. He's cool. He did every debuff. Every single hit he did. There was like what was it? I don't know how to explain it. Every hit he did, he had like a random chance to do a random debuff. So one attack he could do like stun, the other one he could do slow, and the other one he could do bleed. I guess if you get lucky, you could use like bleed and slow. Those are really useful. Saber, meta ground. I'm putting her right here. She does really good damage. She's crazy damage actually. Doesn't have any special debuffs. 3 placement, I believe. Somewhere around 30,000 DPS, maybe 40. I'm not sure, but she does really good DPS. I really recommend getting her. She's a really good unit overall. Sabo, unviable. She's just a burn unit from the One Piece update. Basically just a filler unit. It's not that good. Sayako, I believe, from the same update as Mom. She was from Madoka Magica, that's where it was. She's unviable, I'd say. Not a good unit. Not a good unit at all. Sengoku from One Piece. I believe he was a hybrid. I'd put him here. Again, I'm gonna change this list up. I'm not sure if like a couple of these characters are hybrids or grounds, but yeah. Shaltier, meta support. I'd put her right here. She amplified bleed by I believe it was 5 times. So the bleed did 5 times of what it usually does. So Guts, I believe he does 20 or 25% bleed of his damage. So like if he's doing a million damage, 20% or he has an extra 20%. That is like bleed. So he's really doing 120 million or not 100. I mean, you know, instead of a million, he's doing 1.2 million because his bleed is 20% added to the 1 million. So she amplifies the 20% by 5. So it's basically 100% of their damage and doubles it. I'm not not sure how her buff really works. She just applies it on the enemies. There's not really a indicator to show that the buff is applied, so her buff is kind of weird. Should go Rocky. He's good. Hybrid? I think he was hybrid. Maybe he was ground. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to double check on these units. You know, let me just check real quick. Hold on. Alright, he was a ground unit. So he was a really good ground unit. I don't know if I put him in meta ground. Oh yeah, wait. Okay. I don't know if I put him in meta ground. I probably put him top of good ground. And that's probably it for him. Not really much to say about him. Actually, he applied a debuff that I forgot what it does. It basically it's called Decay. It did I believe a little over double his damage over 18 ticks. It's a really long debuff. Like kind of like how do I say this? Like if you play Anime Last Stand, like Black Flames, that's also a really long debuff. So it's kind of like that. And also I believe I don't remember. It did something special. I think it did like extra damage to the enemies. So yeah. Oh, also not to mention, or I forgot to mention, he has true damage and magic type. So he has both magic and true, and dark as a second element type. So he basically can be buffed by Wenda and Lifa, and also have that true damage type, which is really overpowered. There's not another unit like him. There's other units that are true damage, like Sid and them, but they don't have the magic damage type. Skull Knight. He's okay. Would I say he's meta? I don't know. I have no idea. He's just a unit. He's a good ground. Not much really to say about him. He just does damage from he was a secret portal from the Berserk update. Same with him with Guns and Griffith. He's actually a really good DPS. I think he just fell off a little bit because he's just not many people use him anymore. Disdain, he's a meta ground. I'd put him up, honestly. I don't know. He's somewhere over here. I'd probably above here, honestly. Also, I forgot to. I didn't see this category. Sorry. There's no particular order in these units. Yeah, he's a really good unit. Does bleed. He has an ability that does I think it was 4 times his damage, and it also stuns them. So basically, what it does is, if an enemy is bleeding in his range and he uses the ability, it does 5 times his damage, and it also it stuns them for a short amount of time. It's a pretty good. It's a really good ability. He's better for that. So yeah, and it's also not a global cooldown. So if you get Divine or like Godspeed or something like that, it's like you can just spam the ability on different units. Oh, except there's like a cooldown on the stun, so you can't really like spam the stun, but the damage is insane. Sukuna. I talked about him earlier. He just does the same thing as Megami and Merlin. Buffs physical damage, I believe, by 20% on a unit. He applies the debuff on an enemy. Tadgan, he's kind of in the. I think I could put him in bottom of meta or top of good. He's better than Escanor, I believe, but he's pretty good. He's a high damage unit from the Demon Slayer update. He's fully AoE, hybrid, and he also has built-in crit. Oh, I also forgot to mention, Stain also has built-in crit. That it just amplifies damage. The only bad thing about him is his range. His range is tiny. It's not that big, not huge. It's really small. Tatsumaki. I'd put her meta support. Over here probably. So what she did was she knocked the enemies back by I don't know the cooldown, and she just knocked them back every hit. She was a code AoE. She was really good. A lot of people use her for air runs. She's a really good unit in general. Usopp, meta hybrid. She's fun. Sorry, like I was saying, Usopp is a meta hybrid. He's a unique unit, not like guys in the trait. He's like this a thing that no other unit has. He has small range, but he places these traps. I can show you guys an example of this. Let me just look it up on the wiki real quick and I'll show you guys. Alright, so here's an example. He places these traps that the enemy walks on, and since he does this, it's like he has really high damage. Like one of the highest damages in the game. Honestly, he might have the highest damage in the game. But he's mainly a boss killer. I'd recommend Unique on him and Reaper if you can't get that Unique trait on him, since he's a boss killer. That's what people mainly use him for. This guy, I honestly don't know much about him. Let me just hold on. I just forgot. Alright, so this guy, yeah, he was from the, I forgot what it was called, Bungo, I think it was Bungo Stray Dogs update. He was from the, there's the event banner, he's on table now. I wouldn't, he's not that good, honestly. Put him in good ground, above probably these guys over here. Didn't do much, he was on a right unit, just, his cosmetic was really cool. Actually, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if they added it, but it looked really cool, so. I forgot this guy's name. Again, yeah, I forgot, like, all these guys' units, they're not units, names. This guy, he's, I'd probably put him in meta ground, honestly. This guy, he did bleed. He's a meta hybrid. I'd put him, yeah, I'd put him above these guys. Not above Usopp, right here. Yeah, this is good. He's a meta hybrid. He did bleed. He was a water element, I believe. Yeah, he was a water element. Physical, I think. Yeah, physical water. He's a pretty good unit. I'd recommend him. He's on a table. I don't know if you guys should trade for him. I mean, you could. It's up to you guys, honestly. Anyways. Juyo is like the only one I remember. But he was Meta Hill. He was from the Bungo Stray Dogs update. From that banner on Tangle. He's a really good hill. You guys should probably trade for him when the game comes back. He did a lot of damage. Better than all three of these. He was a really good unit. A lot of DPS for a really good unit. This Zai, he was meta support. I remember he had an ability. I don't exactly remember what it did. I actually don't think I ever figured out what it did. I can check it out real quick. Sorry. That's what it did. Okay, so basically what the ability did, it says here, it nullifies enemy passives. So basically what this means is like flying enemies, and, like armored, or if they have like shields or something, if they have those like passives on them, if it was a flying enemy, it could turn into a ground enemy. So you wouldn't need hill units to hit them anymore. Normal ground enemies could hit them. It had a cooldown of 90 seconds and a duration of 20 seconds. I'm not sure what the duration has to do anything with the actual ability itself, but Izu, I believe she was what was she? I think she was a ground, honestly. Yeah, she was a ground. Okay, so I don't think she's meta anymore. She honestly fell out of meta. Put her above all these units, maybe except for yeah. We just switch this around a little bit. Yeah, I think this is good. She's just a damage unit. Honestly, I don't know how she is a hybrid. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about her, honestly. She just does good damage. Alucard. Alucard, meta ground. He's really good. I put him above every unit here. So basically, what he did was I believe he did bleed, right? I'm not sure. No, he did not do bleed. Okay. So he had a really high what was it? A really high DPS. He spawned enemies based on his damage, right? With this yeah, I don't know how the spawns worked. I know he had an ability that spawned enemies. I'm not sure if he had spawns normally, like just by attacking. There's like a random chance like Ides. I'm not sure if he had that. But his ability, it what does it do? It summons 20 units from the base, composed of 15 bulls and 5 bull riders. So basically, what this means is he summoned units, kind of like an enemy vanguards. I don't know if you guys have seen that for enemy vanguards. If you guys have, it's basically the exact same ability, just in the game. They do the exact same thing basically. Caesar from One Piece, I believe. He's a pretty good unit. Right here? No? Here. Yeah. He basically what he did, he had a debuff. It was poison. It took a really long time to proc, or the ticks. It had a lot of ticks. Yeah, I'm looking at the wiki right now. It says it had 56 ticks, but it did like way more. It does 3 times his damage in poison. 56 ticks, that was a lot. He had 11 SPA with a really pretty decent DPS. But if you include that what is it called? Poison that he has with his damage, it's really good. Hedon. He does the exact same thing as Stain. He just does more. It's up to you who you want to use. I'd probably put him above Stain. He does more DPS than Stain. He just doesn't have that what's it called? The stun. And I think that his ability, I think it's the same, right? Yeah. His ability is the same thing. It just doesn't stun. Yeah, that's what it is. He's the exact same thing as Stain. Just no stun. Hinami, she's a hybrid on placement. She's a meta hybrid on placement. So since he's a hybrid on placement, I'd probably put her pretty high. Probably over here somewhere. Jiraiya, meta support. He's above Amelia. He's just a better Amelia. There's like Koichi, so if you don't have Amelia, get Jiraiya. I'm not sure if he's gonna be a general when the update comes out or when the game comes back, but Konan, meta Hill. She's I think she was physical and air, right? She's one of the only physical what's it called? Hill units. So she's just a better version of Fujitora from One Piece. Naruto, he's meta ground. He did crazy DPS, but his AoE wasn't that good. He was from the Naruto update. He did really good DPS, like honestly one of the highest in the game, if not like the highest besides another unit I'm about to talk about. Well, not the highest, but you know. Pain, he's just the worst version of Tatsu Monkey. I don't really recommend getting him. He's from the Legend Stage portals. I'm not sure if he's obtainable anymore. From the Legend Stage, you have a chance of getting a secret portal. Sasuke, this guy is the highest damage, or not, he's not a hill. He's the highest damage ground unit in the whole game. He's the highest damage unit besides another unit, which I'll talk about more. He's a really high DPS, like crazy, including his burn. He's really good. Like I 100% recommend getting him. Sid, I don't know. He was a hill, I believe. Yeah, not hill, hybrid. I'll put him above Escanor. He didn't do good. He didn't do great damage. The thing about him was he was true damage, and he couldn't be buffed by other units or by the buff units. So people didn't use him much. He was mostly used for Infinity Castle, and then again he wasn't even that good because he was too expensive for that. So he's unobtainable for the Halloween event too, by the way. So he's an alright unit. Boom. He's also in the Sid and him do the like around the same DPS. It's just Boo. He's not true damage. He's Magic Rose. He's a full AoE unit. I don't know if I forgot, but Sid's also a full AoE unit. They're both full AoE. It's just Sid is true damage. He's more useful for things, and Boo, he's just like another unit. He's just a full AoE unit. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's not bad. He's really good. Just saying. He's from the Dragon Ball raid. He's still obtainable, I'm pretty sure, because that's when the game got deleted. Okay. Majin Vegeta. Meta, I think it was ground, right? I'm not tweaking. Yeah, he was ground. Full AoE, ground. He did really good DPS. He's really good for basically anything. He was physical, light, and I really recommend getting him. Not just for him, but another unit I'll talk about later. You guys probably know who it is. Goku, Meta Heal. He's the best heal unit in the game. Physical air, I believe. I think he's like the best heal unit in the game. I recommend getting him. He's really good, amazing. He has really high DPS actually, like insanely high for a heal unit. He has really high range, and his circle AoE is really big too. All right, last unit I'll talk about. Vegito, best unit in the whole game. Best unit in the whole game. Insane DPS, like the craziest DPS you've ever seen on a unit. Like if you think, like Sasuke, if he had like 45,000, this guy had 100,000 DPS. But the thing about him is, you need to have both Goku and Vegeta on the same team, and when you maxed out one, I believe, they would fuse, and it would become Vegito. And you can only have 3 Vegetos down, so once you fuse 3 Gokus and 3 Vegetos, you can't get any more Vegetos, and you can't place any more Gokus and Vegetas down. He fused their traits. Basically, what that means is if you had like unique on both of these units, if you fused with both of these units, you would have double unique, which is why that made him like the most overpowered unit in the game. He was crazy. Alright, so that's about it for the tier list. You guys can pause it and look at it if you skip all the way here. No reason to really look at that battle category. I'll switch it up a little bit. Hold on. Alright, so here is my final tier list. If you guys wanted to see, you can pause it. I didn't make much changes. Here you go, you guys can look at it. And let me know if you guys want to make some changes to this, but let's get to the sneaks on. Alright, so here we're in the Anime Adventure server. You guys have probably already seen this trailer, but I can show it to you guys again, and I'll like break it down a little bit. I'll show you the unit at the end. So sad. Alright, anyways, the unit, I believe this is Aizen, okay? And I don't think this is a copyrighted model, because I think this is the shiny, the fan art. There was a fan art version of this. I think it's the shiny. And in the sneak peeks here, you can see this is Grimmjow Jaggerjax from Bleach. Hold on, let me show you. Hold on. Right here, look. This is him, and this is in his form. This is the form that he's in. His resurrection. This is his tail. It's right here. You can see like his tail. And blue. He's really blue. Obviously, it's probably him. This is Nokotan from my dear friend Nokotan. Right here. That's her. I'm not sure if this is a unit or just like an actual player. I'm guessing this is a unit because there'd be no other reason they would sneak this. But besides that, there's not really much sneaks they've showed. They update the game regularly. Hold on, let me show you guys. Right here. It hasn't been updated in like a day, but I think they're really close to release. Personally, when I think they're gonna release, they're either, I think they take this like a grain of salt. I don't think they're releasing today. It's a possibility they could release today. I'm really hoping they release tomorrow and they drop like some sort of trailer or maybe like more sneaks that go more in depth. Because right now we don't have much. The only thing we have is these sneaks, and they're not really that huge. And this trailer, they haven't said anything else since then, actually. So, anyways, I think that's really it. It's kind of long. The video's kind of long. Just if you don't want to watch the tier list, don't watch it. Just skip. You probably skipped all the way here, but even like, yeah, just thank you. And I'd like to thank you for actually taking your time and even if you skip the tier list, just like actually watching this video. I'm really trying to get content creator. My first video, I don't know, I haven't posted much, but I'll be posting GPO. If you guys want to watch that, I could post GPO. I'll definitely be posting anime adventures, maybe anime last stand, tower defense games mostly. That's the genre I'm kind of into. And if you guys want to see more, then just let me know what games you would like to see. I can play some Steam games too, like what was it called? Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and maybe like Dying Light. I could play stuff like that, Fortnite, whatever you guys want to see. So just give me some recommendations, and thank you for watching the video.